Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our JustNoMil. In today's episode, MIL tries to convince me I'm being overdramatic by getting blood transfusions and then gets angry when I won't eat the iron supplements she got me. My MIL made surprise plans for my husband for Father's Day and didn't include my daughter or me in it. So we eloped. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. MIL tries to convince me I'm being overdramatic by getting blood transfusions and then gets angry when I won't eat the iron supplements she got me. Background: I have a blood disorder called beta thalassemia major where I need lifelong regular blood transfusions, generally once every 2 to 3 weeks or so. Due to my regular transfusions, I also have to take tablets to get rid of the excess iron in my body. If I do not, the excess iron can literally kill me. MIL comes over for dinner last week and talks about her friend who had iron deficiency anemia and needed a blood transfusion and how the doctor put her on an iron supplement and she started feeling better after she had it for a while and made significant lifestyle changes. After dinner, we're sitting in the living room and she brings up blood transfusions again. She tells me that thalassemia isn't as big of a deal I make it out to be, and that I likely just have anemia and need iron supplements like her friend did. She takes out a bottle from her purse and tries to get me to take one. I tell her that no, I do not need iron. I have so much iron that I'm on chelation therapy to get rid of it, and there will likely never be a time in my life that I will not need blood transfusions. This is not the first time we've had to have a conversation about this with her, though this is the first time she tried the anemia angle. Her diagnosis of me changes with every person she speaks to and every WebMD article she reads. She gets irritated because I won't eat it and accuses me of being one of those people that act like they have a serious disease just to get sympathy from others, and that there's no disease that would require a person to have this many transfusions. She persists and says that I likely have nothing serious and that the number of transfusions I get are overkill. I'm in a country where thalassemia is pretty uncommon, so most people have never even heard of it. But I'm of the opinion that if you don't know about a disease, you educate yourself about it first before you go making baseless accusations and hurting people. MIL apologizes for trying to make sure her DL is educated and leaves in a huff. She's still convinced I'm just anemic and need iron to be cured. This is the first time that she accused me of faking it though, and that hurt. DH says he won't let her in the house until she apologizes, but her words still sting. To add on to what others are saying, don't eat anything she makes, but also don't drink anything. Liquid iron is easy to hide in any drink. I'm anemic, so I've hidden that stuff in so many of my own drinks because it's awful, and you don't want to risk being hospitalized. I'm so glad your husband is supportive of you, because it sounds like this woman would definitively attempt something if she was left unchecked. Be careful she doesn't try to put anything in your food or drinks to try and cure you herself. If she's that worried about your health, I would invite her to your next appointment. Let your nurse or doctor educate her. I'm sure it would be hilarious because I'm sure they would just tell her to stay off the internet. I'm guessing she also has no experience in the medical field. Funny thing, I had never heard of your condition until this post. I read what you said about it. I Googled it. I read that what you said is very much the truth. It took maybe 5 minutes to read what you say it is and read some more details about it at the Johns Hopkins website. It was easy and clear. This is not your MIL failing to understand or lacking information or trying to be helpful if misguided. This is likely some jealousy bullshit because there's something about you that might get you some attention. Bro, I literally have thalassemia B major, and the fact that your MIL tried feeding you iron supplements made me shudder. Those shit can actually kill you. Be sure to not let her in the house or anywhere near your kitchen, as she might tamper with your food to prove her point. My MIL made surprise plans for my husband for Father's Day and didn't include my daughter or me in it. My MIL has been a classic boundary stomper since the birth of my baby girl, who is now 18 months now. Last Mother's Day, she planned the day for herself and assumed we would all join in her plans and what she wanted. She was excited to celebrate all together, but completely neglected to realize that maybe I would want to do something I'd like to do for my first Mother's Day. Now this year for Father's Day, we haven't discussed anything yet. I'm sure my husband would do something with his dad as he is an only child. But this is also his Father's Day too. So I think it goes without saying that obviously I would plan something special for him for Father's Day with our daughter, just as I had last year. But instead, my MIL texted my husband telling him that she had booked a surprise for him for Father's Day weekend, and it would be just the three of them, my husband and his parents. A limo would pick him up, and they would go to dinner and the game. Now, I don't know if I am overreacting because everything she does feels like such a massive step over the line, and it feels like she's always trying to intrude in my roles and can't let go of the fact that she is no longer in control of everything. Both his parents also lack complete self-awareness of anything and tend to think the world revolves around them. And this just feels like so inappropriate. She didn't even consult me or mention to me or anything that this was going on. Like maybe I was already making plans for Father's Day weekend. Maybe we were going away for the weekend. She has no idea. Like, would it have killed her to have enough respect for me and us as a family to simply mention her idea? Like she already went ahead and booked tickets just assuming. Neither myself or my daughter were even included in her surprise plans. Is it not my job, since he is literally the father of my child, to plan Father's Day for him? I don't mind him doing something with his dad, and of course they can do a surprise for his dad to celebrate him. But what about my husband? Does he not get his own Father's Day to spend with his daughter? And why would his mother be planning that? Somebody please tell me if I'm overreacting. Edit to add. The worst part is, this happened after an argument between my husband and my MIL. Basically, where my MIL is upset she can't babysit my daughter and blames me. My husband stuck up for me and we were basically no contact, and then she sends him this surprise Father's Day message after? Like as in a way to say, pick me. It's just so cringe. Another edit to add. My husband just ignored her text, we aren't talking to her, and he thinks it's F***kid that she would send this and pretend nothing is wrong after the argument. But at the same time, I think he's so used to her boundary crossing and the enmeshment that he's desensitized to it and thinks that maybe she's trying to be nice. I just don't think he sees it. He will follow me blindly and faithfully and totally supports me. If you are overreacting, then I'm a monkey's asshole. Last time I looked in the mirror, I did not see a rectum. She is ridiculous. This is just an enormous overstep on her part. A limo? Really? Your husband better decline. Not crazy at all. Glad your hubby is on your side. However, he needs to message mommy back as follows. Mom, have you lost your mind? For Father's Day, I will be with my wife and child. You know, the people who made me a father. Seriously, I think you need to see a doctor, as this is so outlandish. Who, if sane, would plan a Father's Day for their son and keep him away from his family? Please get yourself under control. He needs to reply, thanks for thinking of me, but since I'm now a dad, I'm doing what my family has planned. Now you go on ahead and enjoy without me. Not overreacting at all. Brief and to the point. I agree with this response. Present a united front, shine your spine, DH, and tell her, sorry, MIL, that you went to all this trouble and expense, but we already had our own plans for DH's first Father's Day. And we're sad that you would deliberately exclude DD and OP. That was very hurtful of you. Don't respond. NC is NC, and any response is a reward. And go ahead and plan a weekend away with you. So and LO. Nobody will be home if a limo arrives. I think you should text her. MIL, in the future you need to check with me to see if I've already planned something for Father's Day, husband's birthday, etc. As his wife, these are things I do for him now that he's a married adult. I have plans for Father's Day weekend in the works. He will not be participating in your surprise. I'd appreciate it if you would respect me as DH's wife going forward. Thank you. So we eloped. I, 27F, and my now hubby, 27M, have been together since 2015. Almost a decade together. I'm not big on weddings. I love wedding shows, other people's weddings, etc., but for myself, not interested. I'm also not huge on the proposal and the engagement part. My husband was well aware of this and had no issues. I've expressed to my in-laws multiple times I don't want a wedding. I don't want the attention. I don't want to spend the money. I don't want a wedding. Simple. I actually have a great relationship with my in-laws. They're always bragging about me and have always made me feel loved until now. Despite me telling them multiple times weddings aren't my thing, they disagree and continue to say, no, you'll have a wedding, we're gonna have a wedding, etc., living in their own fantasy world. I personally didn't come from money. If I have access to money where I can afford a nice wedding, I'd rather put that money towards something else. So the other day, my husband and I went to the courthouse and got officially married. We didn't tell anyone. We did have it planned, but we still didn't tell anyone. Right after we did it, we went to his mom's house. If you search up Trailer Park Boys, Jim Laurie falling on side of trailer, that's pretty much what her reaction was like. She asked why I looked so pretty and we responded, "We got married," she shouted, grabbed her stomach, covered her mouth with her other hand, fell onto the wall and slid down the wall. She then got herself up, threw herself onto her couch sobbing, got herself up again and threw herself onto another couch, same thing, sobbing. She then got up, walked to her kitchen, weeping, screaming no. Then she went upstairs and cried for about 10 minutes, screaming that it was her life too. Then she came downstairs. She calmed down a bit, but was a little in denial. Didn't ask to see my ring or anything. We knew she'd be upset, but not like this. We called his dad and told him over the phone he was perfectly fine, happy for us. The next day, my father-in-law called me into his office to talk and made me feel horrible, saying we took something very special away from them, scolded us for what we did, said we need to figure out how to make this better for my mill, saying I need to talk to her. I didn't really want to. Later that night, she posted a picture of her with her other son and his girlfriend on Facebook. She barely posts on Facebook. I'm very hurt by this. I don't want to be plastered on her Facebook or anything like that, but I've been around them for almost 10 years now, and not only is she making me feel like shit, she's the only bad reaction we received, but now she's making me feel like she's ashamed. I think it's so odd she posted a picture of her other son and his girlfriend. Am I overreacting? You don't need to figure out how to make this better for your MIL. You did nothing wrong. If you didn't want a big wedding, then you shouldn't have one. Your in-laws are batshit crazy. An FIL summoning you to his office to berate you is absolute bullshit. Tell your husband, congratulations, that he needs to handle his family's crazy. She only posted the picture on Facebook to hurt your feelings. Don't let it get to you. Do not give her that satisfaction. So the Phil only cornered you, not hubby. Weak of him. Screaming it was her life too. Wow, what a drama queen. I have no words. My daughter is not big on attention and doesn't want to spend money on a wedding. The only thing I told her I expected is that she and her boyfriend would do exactly what they wanted and not be pressured by anyone else. I also asked to be there, if they wouldn't mind. I value her happiness over seeing her in a big dress and having a party that she doesn't want. Your in-laws are wrong for thinking you owed them a wedding, and you certainly don't have to make anything up to them. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.